If you're a facility manager, you're constantly asked to do the impossible. Get everything sparkling clean, but do it with a budget that just keeps getting tighter. So what if you could upgrade your tools and save money? Today, we're going to break down how a smart bet on used equipment can actually make that happen. And it all boils down to one really powerful concept, the payback period.
I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? The pressure is on to make every dollar count, but you absolutely cannot compromise on hygiene and safety. Trying to find that perfect balance can feel like a total nightmare. So, let's look at why this pressure is building up in the first place.
Okay, let's just get real about the situation on the ground. The expectations for facility managers are skyrocketing, but the resources? Well, they're not always keeping up, and that creates this kind of perfect storm of challenges for you.
Yeah, ever since the pandemic, everyone's expectations for what clean means have gone through the roof. And at the exact same time, as research from Grandview shows, we're in a super tight labor market. That makes it way harder and way more expensive to find and keep good cleaning crews. This is the squeeze you're feeling day in and day out.
So what happens when you're caught in that squeeze? Well, a really smart trend is starting to take hold. Savvy facility managers are looking for value in places they might not have considered before, and it's leading to a huge shift in how they buy their equipment.
And let's be super clear here. This is not about settling for second best. Not at all. It's a strategic move. Managers are actively looking for high-quality, certified refurbished equipment that works just like new but costs a whole lot less. It's all about doing more with the budget you've got. All right, this is where we really get to the good stuff. To make a decision that's actually smart, you got to change how you think about this. It's not just a purchase, it's an investment. And like any good investment, you can measure the return.
And the magic number here is the payback period. It's a simple idea, really. It just tells you how long it takes for a machine to literally pay for itself through the money it saves you. The shorter that payback period, the faster you start making money on the deal. So what kind of savings are we even talking about?
Get this, according to ISA, and they're a huge authority in the cleaning world, switching to mechanized cleaning can cut your labor costs by up to 60%. Just let that sink in for a second. 60%. That isn't just trimming the budget, that's a total game changer.
So, when you plug a 60% labor saving into your payback math, the numbers suddenly look incredible. That big upfront cost for a floor scrubber, it stops being an expense and starts being an investment that puts cash back into your budget in just a few months. That's how you get a strategic edge.
Okay, but let's be real for a minute. The used equipment market can be a bit of a minefield if you're not careful. To make sure you're getting a great investment and not just a cheap headache, you have to know exactly what to watch out for. These right here, these are the big red flags. A machine that looks good on the outside but has a dying battery, hidden problems, or comes with zero support, well, that bargain can turn into a money pit really fast, and it'll completely blow up your payback calculations.
Honestly, the number one problem is almost always the battery. Just think about an old smartphone that you have to charge 3 times a day. That's exactly what a worn-out battery in a floor scrubber is like. If the machine can't even finish a cleaning shift, it's not saving you labor, it's just creating more problems and downtime.
So really, your choice boils down to this. You can go with a private sale, which might seem cheaper up front, but you're rolling the dice. You don't know its history, the battery's probably old, and you've got no warranty or support. Or you can go with certified refurbished. That option takes away the biggest risks, like the battery, and gives you a warranty for peace of mind.
Okay, so how do you actually find the gems in this market and make a smart call? Well, it all comes down to a really simple but super effective checklist that makes sure you're buying real value, not just a low price.
These 3 things are absolutely non-negotiable. First, is the machine the right size for your space? Too big is inefficient, too small is useless. Second, can the battery, and this is the big one, actually handle your daily cleaning needs? And finally, will it even work on your floors? Answering these questions protects your investment. Simple as that.
All right, let's look at a real-world example to see what this looks like in practice. Here we have a floor scrubber that was basically returned because it was the wrong size for somebody's building. So it's in perfect condition, it has 0 hours on it, but it's being sold at a used price. This is the exact kind of golden opportunity you want to find.
So, if we look at the specs, that 20-inch width is great for small or medium-sized areas. But look closer. The most important detail here is that new 24-volt lithium battery. That one line item eliminates the single biggest risk of buying used. It guarantees you're getting a solid 4-hour runtime, which is more than enough for most big jobs.
And here's where it hits your bottom line. You get a machine that performs like it's brand new, but you save nearly 40% right off the bat.
An upfront saving like that massively shortens your payback period, making this a really powerful financial decision for your facility. So all of this really leads us to the ultimate goal, right? It's not just about finding a good deal today, it's about changing our whole way of thinking to focus on what creates real long-term value.
Think about it. A super cheap machine that breaks down constantly or just does a bad job isn't a bargain. It's a liability. It costs you more money in repairs, in downtime, in complaints. A smart investment, on the other hand, just keeps paying you back for years.
So this is what real value looks like. It's the whole package. It's a machine that's basically new, with a brand new battery you can count on, plus the safety net of a warranty and technical support. This is the combination that turns a piece of equipment from an expense into a real asset.
And I guess that's the last question to leave you with. When you really add it all up, the downtime, the repairs, the headaches, the poor performance, what is the real cost of going cheap? By focusing on the payback period and what true long-term value means, you can make a decision that makes both your facility and your budget stronger. Thanks for tuning in.